Love the retro challenge of Contra, Operation Galuga, but already cleared the campaign? Don't hang up your rifle yet. The Nintendo Switch is packed with high-octane, soul-crushing running guns that capture that exact same 16-bit magic. From alien gore to heavy metal carnage, here are 12 games you need to play right now. If you were looking for the ultimate 16-bit throwback on Switch, Blazing Chrome is the gold standard. This isn't just a tribute, it's a relentless, soul-crushing, and incredibly satisfying spiritual successor to Contra Hardcore. From the second you drop in, it's pure adrenaline. You've got chunky pixel art, screen-filling bosses, and a difficulty curve that respects your intelligence while punishing your mistakes. Whether you're tearing through post-apocalyptic ruins on foot or weaving through traffic on a high-speed hoverbike, the controls are razor-sharp. It captures that just one more try magic perfectly. If you miss the days when games were loud, fast, and unapologetically tough, you need to play this. Blazing Chrome isn't just a Contra-like, it's a masterpiece in its own right. Grab a friend for couch co-op and get ready to die. A lot. If you want your run-and-gun action with a side of nightmare fuel, Iron Meat is essential. It's a gore-soaked tribute to the arcade era where everything, from the floors to the walls, is made of mutated flesh and grinding machinery. The game is fast, loud, and incredibly visceral, featuring multi-stage bosses that fill the entire screen. It's got that classic, brutal difficulty where every jump matters and every bullet counts. If you think modern games are too soft, this alien-infested bloodbath is exactly what you've been looking for. Broforce is a hyper-masculine, explosion-filled parody of every action movie you grew up watching. You play as legally distinct versions of Rambo, Terminator, and RoboCop, tearing through fully destructible levels where the environment is just as dangerous as the enemies. It's pure, unadulterated chaos, especially in 4-player co-op. The gameplay is fast and twitchy, and there is nothing more satisfying than watching an entire fortress crumble because you shot one red barrel. It's loud, it's proud, and it's a total blast. Widely considered one of the greatest shooters ever made, Gunstar Heroes is the jewel of the Sega Genesis Classics collection. What sets this apart is the weapon system. You can combine 2 different power-ups to create entirely new firing modes, like homing lightning or explosive flamethrowers. The bosses are legendary, utilizing clever sprite scaling that still looks impressive today. It's a masterclass in creativity and pacing. If you haven't played this treasure classic, you're missing out on the DNA that defined the entire genre. Valfaris is what happens when you turn a heavy metal album cover into a video game. It's a savage sci-fi shooter where you blast through a fortress of rot and machinery to a crushing soundtrack. The weapon variety is insane, giving you everything from organic tentacles to massive plasma cannons. The art style is a neon-soaked psychedelic trip that makes every new room a visual treat. It's tough, it's bloody, and it's easily one of the most stylish games on the Switch. If you like your games loud and metal, this is it. Don't let the beautiful 1930s hand-drawn animation fool you. Cuphead will absolutely ruin your day in the best way possible. It's a punishing boss rush masterpiece that demands perfection. Every fight is a colorful ballet of bullets and hazards that requires you to memorize patterns and react in milliseconds. Winning a fight here feels like a genuine achievement. It's a rare game that looks like a masterpiece and plays like one too. Just be prepared to see that "you died" screen more than a few times. If you're a purist who thinks the NES Contra was the peak of gaming, Super Cyborg was made specifically for you. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, it just gives you high-speed, 8-bit style action with zero fluff. You play as a cyborg fighting off a grotesque alien invasion across several challenging stages. The difficulty is high, the music is catchy, and the controls are exactly as stiff and precise as they were in the 80s. It's the closest thing to a lost NES classic you can find on the eShop. Mighty Goose takes the high-octane energy of Metal Slug and replaces the soldiers with a bounty-hunting waterfowl. This game is all about the power trip. You're constantly picking up massive machine guns, hopping into heavy tanks, and triggering screen-clearing explosions. It's colorful, funny, and surprisingly deep with its upgrade system. The honk button might be a meme, but the gunplay is the real deal. If you want a game that focuses on maximum destruction and constant momentum, this Goose is your best friend.
Let's kick some claw!
Battle ready!
If you like a bit of Monster Hunter in your shooters, Mercenary Kings is the perfect blend. It uses a beautiful 2D art style reminiscent of Metal Slug, but adds a deep weapon crafting system. You collect materials from fallen enemies to build thousands of custom gun parts, changing everything from the barrel to the magazine. It's a more methodical take on the genre, encouraging you to replay missions to gear up for massive boss fights. It's tactical, rewarding, and great for players who love to tinker with their loadouts.
He's been a man since he was a boy.
Enjoy your flight.
Everything he owns is made out of metal.
Oh, reliable.
Huntdown is a neon-soaked 16-bit masterpiece that feels like a playable 80s action movie. You play as one of 3 bounty hunters cleaning up the streets in a future where gangs have taken over everything. The gunplay is heavy and punchy, focusing more on cover and positioning than just spraying bullets. The bosses have tons of personality, and the one-liners are genuinely funny. With its incredible synthwave soundtrack and grit meets glam aesthetic, it's one of the coolest-looking games you can own on Switch. Set against the backdrop of World War II, Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 2 follows a mobster who has to deal with gangsters, Nazis, and a zombie outbreak all at once. The hand-drawn animation is incredibly fluid, and the 360-degree aiming gives you way more control than the first game. It's a chaotic, funny, and fast-paced shooter that supports 4-player co-op. Whether you're kicking down doors or using a flamethrower on a horde of undead, the action never stops. It's a polished, hilarious take on the genre.
Fighting!
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only Daka. Shooter's Blood and Teef puts you in the boots of an orc on a mission to get his favorite hair squig back. It's a high-speed, hand-drawn run-and-gun where you blast through orcs and humans alike. The weapon variety is massive, the humor is spot-on for Warhammer fans, and the heavy metal soundtrack is absolute fire. It's short, sweet, and incredibly loud. If you just want to grab a big gun and make things explode, this is the ultimate pick.